Hi Sophia. I'm going to put up here a couple of more examples for you. So let me get a nice white page here to write on. So I want to show you something that's a little bit simpler than the one we did, but you do need to be ready to do this as well. Oops. Okay. So let's say if we have 4 over the square root of 7, and we want to simplify that. So there's not something added like the other one was a number plus or minus some radical. And so we had to multiply by the conjugate. And we'll get back to an example of that. But this is another version of that that's a little bit simpler. Here we just have this square root of 7 by itself in the denominator. So we actually just have to multiply by square root of 7 over the square root of 7. And that's much simpler to do. The numerator is just 4 square roots of 7. And the denominator, square root of 7 times square root of 7 is square root of 7 times 7. And that is square root of 49. And that just is 7. So the answer is 4 square root of 7 over 7. Okay? So that one's much more easy. So let me give you a couple examples of each of these kind of things for you to do on your own. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the example up, and then I'll pause for a second. And while I'm pausing, you pause the video so you can copy the problem down and see about working it out on your own. And then if you have trouble or just to check what you did, you can continue the video and see how it all works out. So I have, let's say I have 6 over the square root of 3. And I want to simplify that. And so this would be a good time to pause the video, because I'm going to just continue with this. We're going to multiply by square root of 3 over the square root of 3. So the numerator is 6 square root of 3. Denominator, square root of 3 times square root of 3 is just 3. Oh, but now we can simplify this, because 6 over 3 is 2. So this equals 2 square root of 3. So that's the way to simplify that. I hope that worked out fine for you. I'm going to give you one example of the more complicated version where there's an addition in the denominator. And of course, once I write it up, then you can stop the video and see if you can start to work it out on your own. And then I'll send you this video. And if you still want to see more examples of this to try on your own, then have your mom pass along the request, and I'll either do more videos like this or I'll just find a worksheet to send to you. So let me put up the other example. This one will be 4 plus the square root of 5 over 3 minus the square root of 2. Okay, and we're going to simplify that. So now would be a good time to stop the video if you want to try to work on this. There's actually several steps to this, so after I write up each step, I'm going to invite you to stop the video and see if you can work out the next step. But the first step, so you can pause the video now. The first step is to multiply by the complex conjugate 3 plus square root of 2. And the numerator has to be the same, because we have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same thing. So we're going to multiply numerator and denominator by 3 plus square root of 2. And you're going to FOIL this out, first outside, inside, last. So you can stop the video now if you want to give a try to the numerator or denominator. It doesn't really matter which one you do first. The denominator is going to work out in a certain way where the two middle terms, the outside and the inside, are going to cancel out. That's why we do it this way. But for now, I'm going to write out the outside and inside terms, and then you can see that they cancel out. But after a while, if you have 3 minus square root of 2 times 3 plus square root of 2, the middle terms are always going to cancel out. And that's why we do it. So stop the video if you want to work on this yourself. And here we go. Let me get a different color here. We'll work on the numerator first this time. First is 4 times 3, which is 12. Outside, 4 times square root of 2. That's 4 square root of 2. Inside is square root of 5 times 3. That's 3 square roots of 5. This time, we actually won't be combining the middle terms because they're not like terms. Square root of 2 and square root of 5 are not like terms, and you can't do anything to combine them. The last is square root of 5 times square root of 2. Now, that's actually the square root of 5 times 2, which is square root of 10. So we'll change that to square root of 10 after a while. So if you want to try the denominator, stop the video, and then we'll work on that. So here we go with the denominator. First, you know what, let me erase these purple marks here, because I like to do the first ones over top. 3 times 3 is 9. And outside is 3 times square root of 2. That's 3 square roots of 2. The inside is negative square root of 2 times 3. That's minus 3 square roots of 2. And you can see those two middle terms are going to cancel out. That's why we do it this way. They're always going to cancel out. We're going to stop writing it out that way. We know they're going to cancel out. We'll just do the first term and the last term. The last term is negative square root of 2 times square root of 2. That's negative square root of 2 times 2. That's just negative 2, and we'll do that as we simplify it. So there it is all written out. We're going to work on simplifying it as we go. So stop it now if you want to simplify it on your own, and then check with me. So the numerator, we can only write 12 plus 4 square roots of 2 plus 3 square roots of 5. You cannot combine those two terms. And the square root of 5 times 2 is the square root of 10. That's as far as we can simplify the numerator. The denominator, those two middle terms cancel out. We have 9 minus 2. So that is 12 plus 4 square roots of 2 plus 3 square roots of 5 plus square root of 10 over 7. And that's as much as we can do on that. And so I'm going to send this over to you, and you can pass along the word through your mom if you would like some more of these, like on a worksheet to practice on, or if you would like me to do a video like this where I put up examples and you can stop them and try to work them on your own, and then continue the video to see how you did. So you let me know what would be good for you, because I want to support you learning this stuff very well. All right, so I'll send this over to you.